No student will be sent away from school as the government commences the phased opening of learning institutions across the country. Speaking in Kisumu, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha warned that school heads must be cognizant of the current economic situation occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic, but more so the fact that the government has released funds meant for free primary education. Magoha says secondary schools funds will be released today.
So, as we move along, I wanted to clarify a few things for you. I will not field any questions. The first point is that free learning money for primary schools has already been released. It should be in schools today or tomorrow. And our officers are working with those schools.
Yes, sir.
So your officers are not in the offices, eh? I hope they are not in the offices, but in the field, eh? The secondary school funds will reach schools by tomorrow. Our foot is on the pedal. So as far as money is concerned, the schools are going to get money. The confusion that has always been attributed to schools opening in January should never have been there, because we always had a rider stating very clearly that should the situation change, then we as government will relook. And if you are fair to the government, you will find that that statement has been consistent. You are also aware that the key driver to our opening schools now is because the public were not very happy that our children were going to lose 1 year. And what we are doing now with a curve that is flat is that we shall recoup that year. I'm aware that there is a pushback, but there shall never be any time that we shall be able to satisfy everybody. I've just spoken to Mr. Mayo, who is in charge of all parents in Kenya, and a great majority of parents are indeed very happy that the government has been bold enough to open the schools. These decisions that have been made were made through a thoroughbred stakeholder consultation before government considered them, and of course, us telling you what they are about. I would like to plead with the parents and the teachers at the same time that everybody is aware COVID is here and it has had effect in every family, including my extended family. And therefore, we must treat our children with the love and empathy that is required. Therefore, as long as the principals will still do their work, and we would want to ask them to ensure that no Kenyan child in the secondary school sector, the boarding secondary school sector for that matter, is sent home because of school fees. Every child must be admitted into school, and the issue of fees will be sorted out later. I want to re-emphasize that 75% of secondary schools in this country are day schools, which are fully catered for by government as far as tuition is concerned and all the other small issues of running the schools. So the monies that they should be demanding should be for boarding. I am also aware that we preserved the foods that were stored in various school stores. So that food is still there. And I would want to challenge our teachers, who are indeed very good and committed, that they should use that food judiciously. And if there are children who genuinely cannot afford to pay fees, they should not demand that fees as at now. You will also remember that the government of the Republic of Kenya, per constitution, allows all primary school children to be taught free of charge compulsorily. So the issue of school fees does not arise. On the small matter of masks, I would like to plead with our parents and even teachers and our communities I was at Meru, I was at Nyeri National Polytechnic, and I saw the cheapest mask there, which was a cloth mask. The cloth mask was going for about 25 shillings. So 2 cloth masks would cost 50 shillings. We love our children. That is just like a loaf of bread. We are not being insensitive, but children must wear masks. They must wear masks in school. And I'm challenging every other person, should a child come to school without a mask, rather than sending that child away, make sure you get a mask for that child. Beyond that, we are also making masks through certain people, and I believe those masks will be ready. We shall be very, very strict in terms of identifying the needy groups, probably in the slums across the nation, that will benefit from them. But it's a far cry, because it will be about 1.7 million masks as compared to 26 million. In terms of children getting ill during the process, we are ready, and we have ensured that all schools are linked to health institutions. And I strongly believe that we are going to go forward with this.